What up, though? It's your boy Danye BC2. And today we got another video from the Whatever Podcast. Now, the Whatever Podcast is always crazy. We got women in there that are typically into the sex work and that are basically OnlyFans models. Now, they do have guests sometimes, but it'd be a lot of craziness in the podcast if you want to be real. But before we get into the video, because I know that's what y'all came for, please hit that like and subscribe button. Road to 1,000 subscribers is the goal. So any type of support, comment, like, any type of love is always huge. So you see the title, Christian women with the question mark. Let's get into it.
Like every other stripper.
Why?
I was just gonna ask you something.
Sure.
You're a bikini barista, right?
Yes.
And a hardcore conservative, kind of, or some like you're on.
I'm not hardcore conservative.
You're leaning
no.
right.
Yeah.
So, and you don't like work.
No.
So why do you think? And you're a Christian. So
Yeah.
how are you a Christian and against sex work, but yet you're in a bikini all day serving food and getting tips?
You don't think that Christians? You don't think that Christians can go to the beach in a bikini? You don't think that?
Yeah, but that's still like That's like
How?
a lot of sex workers do like bikini barista.
Yeah, because
you're not
they're probably
practicing.
Also
You're not.
selling their pussy on the
You're not.
side.
You're not like. You're not practicing modesty or anything that's in the Bible.
What's
so
your definition of modesty?
Not being in a bikini.
Not being in a bikini.
So you want to let your wife at the beach in a bikini?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't let my wife go to the beach in a bikini.
You make extra tips.
I wouldn't want her working in a bikini.
You don't want the what's wrong with Instagram?
You make extra tips for being in the bikini, and
I'm just a show.
Shaming sex workers, like you're basically a stripper. So I don't understand why.
Stripper, yeah, because
Okay, so this woman is calling this other woman out. Basically, the woman in the black is stating that she's against sex work and that, you know what I mean, she's not for none of that. I think she's also saying she's a Christian. So she's saying she's against sex work and she's a Christian. But the other lady is questioning her and saying, how are you against sex work and you're this Christian, but you're a bartender that basically works in a bikini showing your parts off. So isn't that a little a little contradiction there? So I mean, that is a good question to ask. Like, how are you gonna say, you know what I mean, the sex workers is doing something so crazy when you're basically selling your body too, because you're getting tips at a higher level by showing your body off. Like, you think you're working there in a bikini just for the fun of it? No. A lot of guys are going to want to come, are going to want to spend money to impress you and to show off and try to maybe get your attention. And so that's why you had that. And you got the body parts for it. So I just hate when women try to act delusional. Like, stop acting delusional.
touch people and I dance
fair.
on people for money.
Do you have a problem? Did you have a man? Did you have a man that like cheated on you with a stripper?
No, in fact, I had a really good father that raised me to have morals.
Me too, and he's watching, and he's very proud of me for my accomplishments. I pay his rent, so thank you very much, babe.
In your notes to us, you said most people
don't. Did this woman say that she pays her father's rent off of her stripper or OnlyFans money? What in the world? What am I listening to? What do you mean she pays his rent with her OnlyFans? Like, first off, as a father, why? I don't know how old her father is. Let me get that straight. But still, I don't care how old her father is. He ain't 80 years old. Why is she paying his rent? Like, you're a grown man. And second, you're supportive and all for her doing OnlyFans work so much that you letting her pay for it? Like, you're basically letting your daughter sell her body to fund your living? There is something wrong with this world. There is something wrong with this society, and this is just wicked. Like, what the heck am I listening to? She almost bragged about that. Like, what?
Don't date, or did you have something really quick?
It's not quick. You already know.
Can you just give us? Okay, so for you, you said in your pre-show notes to us, most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Yeah.
Now, I guess my question for you is, how do you reconcile that statement with the fact that you are a bikini barista and don't appear all that traditional in your social media presence? And that's why I wanted to, if we can, pull up the Instagram, just...
Well, it depends on what you mean by
ahead,
traditional. Nick. Traditional to me means submitting to your husband. Traditional to me means being a good Christian. It means being a good
How can you find
but
one
what
if
about
you're...
modesty?
What do you mean? I am modest.
In the modesty
Currently, but like
Nick,
while you're
my actions, I am a very, very modest person.
Sex work is not modest.
I'm not in sex work.
She's not a sex worker, but look,
I'm definitely. I would never touch.
Oh my goodness. She's talking about her actions is very modest. And like, can we all start to come to an agreement that you get judged? Why don't these women understand that? If I see you behind a counter in a bikini showing all your parts off, you think I'm gonna look at you as something serious or take you as a very modest woman? Just because you can, like, what are we talking about? Like, bro, this is the craziest stuff ever. Like, you're showing your body off. You're damn near naked on a beach. And basically saying that we shouldn't judge you or think that you're easy or think you're easy to access or think that you're not a modern woman and that you give off traditional. I'm like, what? I'm supposed to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're feminine and submissive? Yeah, all right. And I don't believe that too. I don't believe that. She can sit here on this podcast and say she's submissive and all that. Like I said, I go off of judging, and that's how people should do it. Judge these women just like they judge us and go from there. And 9 times out of 10, the answer that you think it was is probably right.
Someone
Please
for money. I would never do anything gross like that for money. I'm good.
What was your name again?
Savannah.
Savannah. To Brian's point, look, you're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. I think you're well spoken.
Thank you.
You're welcome. To Brian's point, I haven't seen your social media. It sounds like is there an abundance of bikini pics?
Yes.
Here, we'll pull it up just for...
Okay.
I'm proud of my body. Like,
Scroll
there's nothing. The thing is that everybody associates nudity to sexuality, and to me,
Lord have mercy.
It's not the same.
We must stay focused, brothers.
If you're lusting over me, that is your sin.
This I completely disagree with. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so Brian, what was her statement about finding it difficult to find?
Most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Okay, so
how do you reconcile that?
I'm saying this with all due respect. I genuinely respect you.
Thank you.
As a traditional Christian man who wants a traditional Christian wife, to be quite frank, if I saw your Instagram page, immediately I would write you off as a non-traditional, non-Christian woman. I would assume that you weren't Christian. When I see a woman's Instagram page and I see bikini pictures all over the place, showing off the booty, all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yo, this is the exact opposite of modesty. And I'm not interested in that. And I would argue that you are probably making it much more difficult on yourself to find the kind of man that your heart...
He's being very nice. Just tell her the truth. You look like a hoe. You look like a thot. You look like come on, like, be honest with these women, because when you try to make it easy, you try to sugarcoat things, they don't really understand it and get it still. And they are taking it lightly. No, you look like a thot. You look like a stripper. You look like you're easy. You don't look like no wife. Stop it.
Longs for by living this kind of lifestyle where you're posting these images of yourself, because I know a lot of traditional Christian dudes, a lot of them across the board, they want modesty in women, and they would not classify that Instagram page as modest.
Sure, that's fine. I'm not really looking for a husband, though. I was just stating that it is hard. To be fair.
Part of the reason why it's hard is because
you.
I think you're making it harder on yourself with the job that you work and also with your Instagram presence.
Okay, sure, that's valid.
And isn't it using sexualization to get money?
No, I'm not doing anything sexual at all.
You literally are in a bikini with your ass out getting tips. I know how it works.
She wants
Okay.
to smoke.
Well, I just
yeah, like
just-
okay,
You
are you not?
do get tips just like
Can you
strippers
not
get
be
tips.
a bikini, being a bikini and be
No,
a
I'm
Christian?
not-
Like
Wait,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
no,
Azure. It's Azure, right?
But this
I
is
give
the
you.
It is.
I
Look,
give
it
you
is not
credit.
modesty.
You
It's
want
not
the
Well,
smoke
it
from
depends on your
everybody.
definition
Well,
of modesty.
Stop acting. You just can't be in a bikini and be a Christian. Stop acting like you're on the beach just for the day. Stop acting like you're taking a vacation and you're there with your boyfriend or something, like, or your girls. Like, you're working there in the bikini. What are you talking? Oh my God. Listen, I don't even know what to say. This is just madness, to be honest. And I'm scared. I'm scared for the next generation. This is the generations that's coming. This is part of my generation. I'm scared what's going to happen 10 years from now. Like, people are getting dumber and slower as time goes on. And it's because there's so many options. But I can break that down in a later video. But this video is madness, and this woman is crazy. Like, you judging other women for sex work or showing their bodies off and looking like us, what they are, but you're basically presented as the same thing. So that's just my take. Please do me a huge favor. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content. And you see the Cash App up there for anybody who's feeling generous to donate. Anything is always helpful. So look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.